Welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a great day. We're going to be doing something a little bit different in this one. This time around, I thought maybe we could try doing a collage. So, yeah, let's get cutting, I guess.
So I basically just started off by cutting out a strip from some scrapbook paper I have, but I normally would just start by using any just blank paper and gluing on whatever backgrounds I could find in magazines. But I know for a lot of people who have random colorful paper, and people who don't have very nice magazines, it might be a lot easier to find colored paper to use as a background. But honestly, this is probably the cheapest art you could do, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. And right here, I just started going through random magazines. My mom, shout out to my mom, I love you. My mom owned like hundreds of magazines for some reason, so I just stole a handful of them before we moved. So basically, I'm just combing through the magazines to sort of find the things that I want, which normally I wouldn't plan this out because I kind of like the spontaneity that comes with doing a collage. But this time around, I really wanted to make a collage that was flowers and bees and fruits and like candy, stuff like that. Just really fun, bright, happy stuff because I was just in the mood for it. So I would normally say that to just go for it. There's a lot of fun designs and patterns and shapes and foods and cats and whatever in magazines, so it's a really fun time to just sort of roll with it and see where it goes and not care too much, because you honestly end up with the best results when you do that. So right here, I'm just taking all the pieces I like loosely cut out of the magazine, and I'm just trimming them to be the shapes that I might want to put on the bookmark. So as you may have seen earlier, I'm actually using like a Mod Podge type thing to glue everything together / onto this paper. But I honestly don't recommend doing this. I prefer doing it the tape version, and while it comes out a bit cloudier, unless you have really nice tape, it honestly is so much quicker and so much more fun to do, and it still kind of lasts for a long time because there is that sort of tape protective layer over it. Many of the other reasons I wouldn't recommend this one are mostly that it's really sticky, so you get sort of either like glue or hodgepodge or whatever it is all over your tables and counters and stuff, which is like a pain, and in your hands, which is even more of a pain. And also the fact that it's way more expensive than tape, unless you're just using like way normal glue, like the typical stuff. But also, then it takes a long time to dry. Like, this video took way too long because I had to keep leaving it in front of my fan overnight so that it would dry and not stick to stuff, because if you have hodgepodge or whatever it is on a surface and then you flip it over, because I like doing double-sided bookmarks, if you flip it over, then the side that you just did might get stuck to the hodgepodge or Mod Podge or whatever it is on the table, and then when you pull it off, it might take some of the image with it, which also sucks. So generally, I would say there's more downsides with this one, but it's kind of just personal preference. I just know that another kind of way to do this is much easier and cheaper. But weirdly enough, I just didn't have tape. I only had this, so that's what I used. Normally, I would do a tape one. And of course, I had to bring in the stickers. I have so many stickers. I love stickers so much. I have an absurd amount of sticker books, so I thought it was only fitting to sort of customize it a little bit towards myself by adding a lot of them. I love the little graphic art style of them, and I just like all the variety I have. Of course, I still did a lot more collaging, but I don't have anything like Posca pens or anything, and I didn't want to have to break out my acrylic paint to customize it even more, otherwise I would. So I just sort of resorted to stickers because I have a lot of them and I love them. So yeah, you guys can do that too. Feel free to get a little bit more multimedia with this. I would normally have a lot more going on, but I just don't have the supplies. Another weird little tidbit or tip or something, I don't really know what you guys would think of this, but whenever I am applying any of the Mod Podge, I always go up and down because I want all of the streaks to sort of be in the same direction to have a sort of unity. But you can see I also go side to side a lot, and that's just to make sure that the Mod Podge covers the whole thing, and then I finish it off by going up and down. So my biggest struggle, I think, throughout this whole collage thing was that I could never find flowers or anything like them that were small enough for my needs. I felt like there were so many places I just wanted really small little details, but I couldn't find anything like that because I was being picky about it. Whereas normally I would just put on a little star from like a sticker book, or I'd even just cut out a star from a color I liked and stick that on. But because I was like strictly following the flower, bee, fruit situation, which this side is pretty much only plants, but after I decided that I was going to do that, it kind of limited myself a lot, so that's why I normally wouldn't. And you can see right here, I started going in with my washi tape. I felt like the thing was really empty. I don't know why I did this, but the background is just the two very solid colors that I somehow managed to make into like a straight line, and I didn't really like it, so I was trying to add in a little bit more detail, so I went for my flowered washi tape. Right here, I'm just going in with the finishing details of cutting off and trimming the little things on the edges, making it all spick and span right before the big reveal. So right here, I'm just showing off the two bookmarks I previously made using the like tape method, air quotes. This one is my absolute favorite. I'm using it for my book right now. One side is cool colors while the other side is warm colors, and the other bookmark that I have is sort of a guilty pleasure one. I just filled it with random things that I like and made me laugh. But yeah, you can obviously be very versatile with it, and that's what I love.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below if you guys made a collage of your own. I would love to see it. If you want and you post it on Instagram, you could tag me in the photo. I have my Instagram right here. I'd love to see everything you guys made. That would be super fun. Anyway, without further ado, kidding. Here's my outfit of the week.
So